Happy Sunday. It's almost not morning because we all know that there's always some technical stuff. Restream apparently added the ability to put in images and GIFs into the screen thing that you're seeing here. This thing. Da, 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 da. And I can't figure out where it is or how to make it work, but I did figure out something else that's kind of cool. I can, instead of changing the description and the title for each video individually on each of the platforms that I stream on, I can do it once. That would have been nice to know like 2 years ago. Anyway, in this stream, I have some goodies to show you. I was going to try and show you a peek of that anniversary medallion, but I can't pull up the darn thing. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's not giving me the option to put up images. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that because I don't have it down here. We are getting it ready for molding, which is exciting. And I do have a rather extra me way of showing what the anniversary medallion is going to be. And so this anniversary medallion that's coming out is it's starting to ship this coming box. So it'll be the July-August box, which means you can't sign up now to get it. My intent was to have it done sooner, but there was so much epicness that needed to be crammed into one medallion that it was very hard for me to finish. But it is now done pretty well. I have a couple of little tweaks to clean up, and then it is ready to put into a mold and get ready to cast for all of you awesome people at the end of this month. But it makes me a little sad that it wasn't available for people if they wanted to sign up for it, because I think there's going to be some people that'll be really mad that they're going to miss out on this one. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I'm going to show it to you guys soon anyways, and it'll be really cool. I'm super excited for it. I need like 17 because I need to paint them in all the colors. Anyway, so yeah, the anniversary gifts generally done as a thank you to all the awesome club members that have hung along the whole way for the consecutive 12 months of the club. There's going to be some changes coming up with, as I move all the stuff loudly underneath the mic. This is my studio stamp. I had to move it out of the way too. You probably can't quite see it. I actually had it engraved and I could have just printed it out, there we go, on my 3D printer. So it says Raven with a little butterfly wings, like my logo. Yeah. And you'll see that on some of the medallions and some of the sculptures as they fit, and I'm able to get it in there or can find the stamp because I keep putting it in the wrong place. Yeah, so that'll be kind of fun. There are some changes coming to the Medallion Club. I've been kind of warning of this for a long time. I've been trying to put off any pricing changes for a long time, but it's getting to the point where shipping's gone up by, it's more than doubled in most cases. And then for internationals, it's been getting harder and harder to find something that is reliable and affordable. So I will be trying to figure out how to make that happen in the next little bit here, but you'll see more information on it coming soon. But first, anniversary medallion, because awesome. Anyway, I'm going to try and figure out how to show you guys a little peek of it if I can today. You're supposed to let me show you on thing. Okay. Well, maybe, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'll find a way. I will find a way. There will be a way. All right, we have Andrea this morning. Good morning, Andrea. And Angela. Hello, Angela. Kimberly. Hello, coming from YouTube. For those of you that are like, she's saying hi to Kimberly? Yeah. So there is a chat that I see that comes from YouTube and Facebook. So if you're confused, I don't know that the platforms cross-post the different comments from the different places. So you won't necessarily see the ones that are from YouTube if you're on Facebook, and the ones on Facebook if you're from YouTube. And then Instagram just doesn't want to play nice with the streaming software, which was half the point of the streaming software. But that's okay. We still love Instagram. We have Amy. Good morning, Amy. Holly, good morning. She's like, I have arrived with the sparkles. I like that. Amy says, probably missing next stream because it's my birthday. Happy early birthday. Going plastic pony hunting. Are you hunting for TSC blind bags? We can talk about that now. Hold on, let me share my screen. Because that was a really exciting, crazy thing that happened. I have way too many tabs open. I have a gummy bear song. And all dogs go to heaven. Facebook. Da da da. Okay. So this popped up online and the whole internet squeed, I'm sure. This is Jody Godfrey's post. There you go. On Modelholics, I believe. So this is the Series 6 blind bags. We all knew it was coming. That Breyer was going to do some sort of Fireheart blind bag thing with the stablemate. It's a thing. I'm really excited. So we have a Pasifino that's in a flaxen chestnut, it looks like. We have a chestnut pinto wag standing quarter horsey thing. Standing stock horse. The saddlebred looks like roan, maybe. There's a better picture that I'll show you guys in a second. There's a rare and an ultra rare, and I do have pictures of the. Oh, I changed it. Okay. Of the rare and ultra rares, we don't know which is which yet. I guess we'll figure that out. We have a standard bred in dark bay, I believe. I see a little bit of coloration in the flank, so I think it's dark bay. We have Twist, the Arab so the mini Sharif, in a dapple gray, or is it steel gray? It might be steel gray. I don't see dapples from here. They're kind of keeping the paint jobs a little bit on the less complicated side for this run, although that flaxen chestnut is lovely. And then we have Fireheart in black Appaloosa, black blanket Appaloosa. Some of them are already selling for $50. You could buy one if you want for $50, or you could wait and these will probably pop up. We don't know yet if they're a TSC exclusive. It does look like it's a fall release. They might be coming to other places. So unless you want it first, you can maybe wait, but I don't think we need to pay $50 for them right now. What else do we got? We have Katie. Good morning, Katie. Julia, hello. Amy's saying I am an antique store plastic pony hunting. Oh, but I also have to stop at all of the TSCs soon. You never know. You never know what you find. We have a giant antique mall actually not far from here. It is, I always get the directions wrong. Technically that way. And it's awesome. Wait. I don't know if this is right way around yet. We'll find out in a second. So yeah, we have a big antique mall that way, and they usually have Breyers, but not very good ones. We don't get a lot up here because we have a smaller population. The antique shops in the States are way better. Laura Rocksmith, hello. And we have Ellen, hello. Julie, hi. So yeah, I will show you better pictures of these in their natural environment. Bam. So this is slightly better pictures. Oh, it's not gonna let me zoom it. Okay. So it does look like the saddlebred is more of a champagne-y color, maybe not roan. That's kind of cool. It is looking more like a steel gray for the Sharif. Bay definitely for the saddlebred. And oh, it's not showing. There we go. Bay definitely for the saddlebred. And then the Fireheart is a simple black blanket ape. So yeah, that's exciting. There's lots of stuff going on. Oh, and then there was I did creep the Breyer page. There was nothing in there coming soon area, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. And that one was Heather Griffith's photo. And then the blind bag, or the family box above it, people are getting excited about. I might not be able to find the proper pictures. This is the mini Yorg in a box with the G3 trotting drafter, and then the foal is that cute draft foal, which is really exciting. I like when they use him. So the Yorg is a black Tobiano, it looks like. So let's see if I can find. It's not letting me click stuff. Motorholics. Usually a really good group for like first off news and stuff, which is exciting. Ooh, here, I'll let you guys watch my scrolling through Modelholics, because why not? This is cool, Frankenhorse. If you see me reacting to stuff and you're like, what the heck? Frankenstein. Oh, Michelle stopped making Frankenstein ponies. That's sad. They were very cool. Let's see if I can find. This is insanity. There's been so much going on with boxes getting destroyed from BreyerFest, which is not Breyer's fault, technically. I don't know why the carriers choose to beat the ever-loving fark out of the boxes, but they are, for whatever reason. Not the ones with the pretty ponies on them, though, apparently. I don't understand. That's also a really cute box. So yeah, that's a thing. We shall choose to not engage. So those were maybe in actually the comments here. People are like, I don't collect stablemates. Send help. Oh, come on. Make it easy for me. Okay. TSC stablemate mystery foals. If you don't want that spoiled, don't look. Running out. I love this foal and the scratchy foal. So the running Appaloosa looks like a palomino, maybe sooty palomino blanket. Snowflakey thing. It's not gonna let me click the thing. That's the draft foal. So cute. This one's out. So the purple Alborosa, which I now need because that's adorable, and the baby blue. We talked about ham last time. Seeing people's awesome setups. Hopefully this doesn't make anybody like motion sick from me scrolling. Sorry. Petras are coming in hand. Glossy, or not glossy, stunningly gorgeous. I like the striping. That's kind of cool. Come on. They're there somewhere. Oh, that's cool. I would love that. His eyes glow. And the Joker pony. So fun. Oh, here's the other mold that we're getting more in a regular-ish run. This is the kit. So there was one as a unicorn and there's one as not a unicorn. I don't know what the full is in this particular kit. I did submit an essay. I don't know if anybody else did for the Breyer contest. It could have been for non owned horses. So if it was just like you wanted to do a famous horse that you like, as long as the owner gave permission, they could potentially make it. Cute patterns. It's nice to see some new stuff instead of they were reboxing things before, which was kind of unfortunate. Buried too far. Don't send horses in the bags. Oh, bad manners. Okay, maybe I won't be able to find them. But anyway, oh, there we go. Just as you give up, it's in the last place you look. So this is Melissa Van Stra's photos. So that's the mini Yorg. That's the kit. Blind bags. Looks like they are $5.99 each. This is the unicorn kit. Very cute. There's a unicorn Sharif for twist as well, in with the standing. I can't remember what breed that was supposed to be. Pony Warmblood thing. Yeah. Lots of blind bags, people being excited. So yeah, there's that. And then they had their TSC exclusives, which was a whole other thing. The Lonesome Glory in Palomino Blanket Appaloosa. There was a draft, bubble butt draft, I think, the Belgian, in a black, I believe, maybe. I think so. And then stock horsey boonie thing. Because that's helpful. You guys know me. I know all the things in far greater detail. My brain just can't assimilate the information into a block that processes out of my tongue and voice box. So everybody wish Amy an awesome birthday and happy pony hunting for next weekend. We will miss you, but you can come catch up. It's okay. We have Teresa. Hello, Teresa. Let's see. Amy saying, thank you. I get to double celebrate because the anniversary to my kidney transplants on the 14th. That is awesome. Happy kidney birthday and happy you birthday. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Just catching up on things. Always. Everybody's so awesome in the chat. You're all like, yay, happy kidney birthday. There's no emoji for it, so Holly included. I'm going to show this because it's adorable. There was no kidney emoji, so Holly included lungs. It works. Let's see. Amanda. Hello, Amanda. The Joker Fireheart does look really cool. I really like people playing with the different characters and stuff and doing customs. The fact we're going to get Tiger Lily and Firestorm and people are going to be able to rip them apart is so exciting. I was debating if I offer some sort of like prize for people ripping them apart and making customs out of them, because that would be fun. Be like, within the first month of getting them, maybe 2 months, I don't know, the first and coolest custom that I see will get some sort of awesome something, because that's awesome. Roxy. It was Roxy. Thank you, Katie. See, I knew it was a Boonie something. I think it's called Boonie something, but stock horse booty thing needs to be an official mold, because they do stock horse booty thing. Yeah. They are Katie's kryptonite. Oh no. Amy's like, I love you guys. Hi, Karen. I'm trying to say hi to people as they're coming in, and they're like, I don't know the context. Everybody's laughing. But that's how it works. So I did get a box from Breyer. If you're wondering why the heck there's all of these random hucks laying down beside me, and all of my poor little mini fire hearts are all laying down beside me on the other side. We have massive construction. I'm not able to get any packages at all unless they're coming by Canada Post, and even then they're struggling because the cul-de-sac in front of me is closed, and basically 2 blocks either way are closed. So there's no road access to the house. There are basically gates on my grass, like fencing. Couriers tried to deliver stuff this week, and oh my God, was it crazy to try and get boxes. I had a pen coming, I had some ink coming, I had the Breyer box coming, which was its own thing that I had to chase around everywhere. They almost lost it on me, and then they gave me like 3 days to pick it up. Wouldn't tell me the location it was at. It was bad. I'm like, just give me my Blue Zeus. Don't send it back to Breyer, because it will never come back, and I'll never be able to prove that they returned it, and they'll just send them to somebody else, and I will cry. It's not good. But I did get them. I chased them down. They had held him at a different location than they were originally saying they were going to hold him at. And he did come with a little travel buddy, which is for a friend. This is Wild Thing. So cute, so glossy. And if you didn't notice from photos, there's this cool red, you can almost see it there, red interference in, I don't know if it's in the gloss or just a top layer, and it's got a belly spot. Oh my God, camera! We can do this. And I love how I pay restream, but they're still putting their freaking logo at the top. No, thank you. It's my stream, not your stream. Ha ha ha. Like pee on the stream. It's mine, not yours. I like how they do upgrades. Won't let me put pictures up, but they still put their logo up, which is technically a picture. Sneaky boogers. So yeah, pearly markings, red interference, which doesn't seem to cross over onto the pearly markings. Really pretty shading in the mane and tail. This was the one that had an option of being green. Unfortunately, I didn't get a green one for my friend, but this one is cute. So that works. And then there's this guy. Zeus. I wish they would tell us how many sold. I wonder if they will, because that would be a figure. I'm seeing them freaking everywhere. It would be a figure that I think would be really kind of cool. This one actually has a lot of splatters, which is hilarious to me. I like it. But the other side, they did not splatter. So it was just this person being like, you know what? And the airbrush going, I'm done. That's exactly the sound it makes when it does that. I do like that they sprayed over top of all of these bite marky scars. to kind of set them back in so they weren't so stark. He does have a very cute face. Come on, camera. He has a cute, fat head. Technically has a skinnier head than I normally do, but that's okay. His little weight marking. He's got good shading too, which is kind of cool. I have not tested to see if he glows in the dark. I don't know. I don't know where my lighty thing is. Haha. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. Let's see. So I have a UV light that I can use to test, because pretty much people were having surprise horses in this BreyerFest run that were glowing plastic. So any exposed plastic. I don't know. Maybe. I can't tell. I don't think I can turn off all the lights enough to 100% tell. I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I'll have to test it, because it does seem like maybe. It's hard to test if you don't have like a room. There. In my shirt you go. Oh, maybe a little bit. Not like crazy, but I know my stablemate Appaloosa from the Best of BreyerFest series, that one did glow. Maybe not. It's not glowing. So my stablemate Appaloosa glows. Let me grab. And then one of my two Athenas glows. So this little guy. And it's not super crazy. Oh my god, it glows in the daylight glows, but it glows a little bit. Oh, come on. I can't get it dark enough. Okay. Well, this one was glowing in a dark bathroom. So maybe I'll have to test the Fireheart or the Blue Zeus in the proper situation. But anyway, very cute, very lovely. The fact his owner is all excited to have him as a Breyer is the coolest thing. Somebody had asked or posted online asking why everybody likes Fireheart. And it's like, I don't know. They like him. And we gotta like maybe stop trying to squish everybody's happy. If you like it, you like it. I like things like Giorgio, and he's hilariously bad. So not everything has to be a justified like. You can like it just because you like it, or it gives you a happy feeling. That's what the hobby's about, is it not? We're collecting things that we're enjoying. And for me, the coolest part is how much stuff I went through when I was first getting in the hobby. My home life was super rocky. I was not particularly well treated as a child by either side of my family. My parents were divorced, and my step-parents were, I hesitate to call them any bad names on the stream, but not very pleasant humans with lots of their own trauma and stuff. And I've distanced myself from both sides of my family because they're not healthy people to be around. And it was one of the hardest decisions of my life. But I was going through a lot when I was first getting into the hobby and first introduced to Breyers. And being able to collect the models and think about something else other than that. I was going through, obviously, the tail end of high school, and there was a lot of turmoil and things there, and some sexual abuse that was in my past with the one step parent, and there was just a lot of stuff. And so models were a place where I could do art therapy, have some fun, talk to like-minded people, and really just escape from the crazy that was my life at that time. So for me, creating things that can do that for other people is the point. Being able to create something that somebody puts on their shelf or sees in pictures or eventually gets in their collection and gets to play with, or just gets to like squish around in the dirt and or cut into little pieces to make something that makes them even more happy. That's core hobby for me. And that idea that I have now the power, or have been given that power, because I'm not entitled to it whatsoever. It's kind of like a it flows through me, and hopefully it keeps doing that for a long time. I don't know when that'll stop, if it'll stop. But being a conduit for creating stuff in the hobby that brings people joy and can do what the hobby did for me when I first started is the highest honor, because I didn't think I was able to do any of the artistic parts of the hobby. So it's just the coolest thing. That's why I do it. Because Moody and Prosser and all these people, when I was first getting into the hobby, that created these models, they set the stage for me being able to do this. So it's like continually passing the torch, and there's going to be new people coming. There already are new people coming that are doing amazing things that will eventually do Breyers, and we'll get to do the thing, and the cycle just keeps going and going and going, and we can spread love and awesome and happy. And I don't know, I think we have a really amazing thing, and you guys have heard me rattle on about this before. We have a amazing hobby that has a lot to offer, and there's some shitty parts and there's tons of good parts, and it's kind of in what you feed. If you feed into the shitty parts, then you'll want to leave, and if you feed into the good parts, we will create a better space and there'll be less of the shitty parts. So yeah, I'm gonna catch up on all the comments because they are doing the things. Teresa saying off with their heads contest. I like that idea. We're talking about booties. Yes, pretty much. We have Annie. Good morning, Annie. If I miss anybody coming in, just wave and be like, you didn't say good morning, and I'll say good morning. Angela, good morning. So yeah, if you were wondering about the glow in the dark stuff, there are blue Zeuses that glow in the dark, surprise horses from this year that glow in the dark. Somebody tested their celebration model from last year, Bravore, and he glowed. You never know when they're going to grind up plastic to recycle it, and it's going to glow. So sometimes it's not spectacular amounts of glow, but you got to test them because it's kind of cool. One of the Athenas that I have glows. So it is a thing. I had to take it. Yeah, exactly, Julia. I had to take Athena into a dark room with no light at all to see it at all because it's so faint. I think they're just regrinding things and it's just getting mixed in with the white plastic. Holly's saying, I'm pretty sure Breyer's using a different plastic. The whites look different in the newer models. It could be. They could also just be recycling different things and mixing glow in the dark and other stuff in with it. Who knows? Angela's saying, hearing Raven talk to us little nobody hobby people like we're important too gives me a happy. We are important. I am just one of you guys. I don't think people understand. You're like, oh my God, she created Fireheart, and she did Juggernaut, she did Biter, and she did all these things. But I'm just a crazy horse hobby person too. It's just, I happen to be a conduit for stuff, which was surprising, but it's a thing. And I don't see myself as, I don't know. I think this whole Hollywood, I am up here and you are down here thing, it's not my jam. So, yeah. And some people don't like that. So that's okay. If you don't like it, you can go find people that are like that, and that's fine. Let's see. Amy says, Sages and Weather Girls make me happy. Others don't like them, but I don't care. See? You don't have to care. Katie's like, one of us. One of us. Pretty much. I have all sorts of models, and they're not within arm's reach. Like Huck. He isn't the most anatomically correct, 100% photorealistic horse ever, but he's got a good spirit and I love him. And sometimes we can't put words to why we like a thing. We just like a thing. I like Giorgio. Here, I will remind you what Giorgio looks like because he's amazing. I'm going have to find a back door to do this. Hold on. Ah. Oh, come on. Come on. Ta-da. All right. This is Giorgio. I love Giorgio. He is definitely not the best. And who even defines it's subjective, the best? Anyway, look at his glory. Look at his awesomeness. Look at Stinky Shrinky. He is messed right up, and I love him so much. It's all that matters. And I think this overthinking, over processing, over critiquing to death the things we love ruins it. So don't do it. Don't feed into it. You like what you like. If everybody loves it and you don't, that doesn't make you weird. It just means we have different flavors. Not everybody's going to like black licorice ice cream. Some people like live for black licorice ice cream or mint, or they don't like mixing fruit with chocolate or nuts with chocolate or mint with chocolate. There is different things for everybody for a reason, because if we all loved the same things, we would run out of it all and be very angry and rip each other to shreds, and we don't need to get there. And you don't need to justify why you love something to anyone ever. So, mic, I would drop the mic, but I would break the mic. There it is. Let's see. Holly says, traumatized as my child, model horse hobby community. Unite. I think we all bring a little child trauma. And then there's that little kid inside of us that just needs to heal and doesn't need to be bullied and shat on and pushed around and judged and made fun of. Like, we're here for fucking beep plastic ponies. Let it just be fun. Oh my God. Okay, there's my high horse, and I'm stepping off of it because it has really exceptionally long legs like a giraffe. Yeah. Julia's like, I still fangirl a little bit. It's okay to fangirl. I don't know how to process it, but it's okay. I love all of you. I'm just weird like you. And yeah, that's the thing. And I agree, Amy. The stream brings, she's saying, here, I'll show it. It's like you, the stream, and the people in it bring me joy. And that's what it's about, is finding our community even within the community. I know that it can sometimes get cliquey and break out into things, and I try to bring good stuff and positivity and enjoying the hobby and the creative side and the creative relief side, because it's been a huge part of my journey, is processing a lot of my stuff by doing the model horses and creating things. One of the anniversary piece, actually, I will tell you more about, because there's a big story behind it. I started it quite a few months ago, started the sketch quite a few months ago. I keep talking about this and you guys are probably like, just show us the thing. But there's a huge thing behind it, just like with Fireheart, just like with Juggernaut and Biter. There's these stories of me putting myself and my stuff, kind of, I guess, hopefully in a good way, into these horses. And I don't like just making horses that look like horses from a photo. There has to be more to it for me. And the way I art and the way I see things, I don't visualize them in pictures. I feel things. And I think that translates different into what I create, because it's a feeling that's going into it, not just a visual. As important as the visual part is, there's another layer to it. And that's just how my brain works in a weird way. Like, I don't necessarily dream with seeing things. I feel people, and I know even if people are in different forms, it's getting kind of weird, different forms, because I can feel like their soul. So I know, oh, that is this person. They just look different. I don't know if that's some sort of weird, like, astral projection-y, multiple reincarnations thing, or just weird dream things. I have no idea, but it's how I work. So it's a part of the story of how the horses come about. But the anniversary medallion has a lot of really intense emotions in it. everything from COVID till now has been very heavy, it's felt like. And it's felt like there's been a time warp and there's been blow after blow, whether it's, and we don't talk politics here. It's not, has, in my opinion, it has no place within the model horse space. We're here to enjoy model horses and it doesn't need to get political. We need to talk about the things that are bringing us together, not the things that are dividing us. Like little spotty butts. Those bring us together. Well, most of us. Some people don't like spots. So it brings the weird spotty butt people together. Spotty butt people. But yeah, there's been so much politically and so much in the world and like stress and worry and inflation and blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't need to go over these things because you guys are experiencing them too. There's crazy. The world is crazy. And it's been very heavy and it's made people very reactive and angry and mean in a lot of ways, even cruel online, which I don't think necessarily always brings out the best in us. It's very hard to maintain niceness in the world when it's you're between a keyboard and you don't see people's faces and you can't be like, oh, that was a joke, or oh, that wasn't meant that way. I'm bad over like texty things, so it's like, but yeah, there's so much weight, and this piece embodies like the almost being defeated by it, but not. And I will show you soon. Darn, not letting me show photos thing. I don't even know if I can. No, it won't let me do that either. Damn it. I'm sorry. Ooh, Amy says her Llewellyn goes in the dark too. That's cool. Scared me last night. Was it his eyes? Please say it was his eyes that glowed. That'd be hilarious. Annie says, I'm still waiting for my online BreyerFest goodies. Takes so long sometimes. I did order like as soon as it opened, it was within 3 seconds as soon as my phone loaded that I placed the order. Like I was like first in the queue. I didn't wait till after 11. I was at the raffle booth going to put raffle tickets in and we all stopped and pulled off. Well, the people that were with me, we stopped, pulled off to the side and were like frantically trying to order stuff. And it took, I swear, 10 to 15 minutes for everything to load on the phone. It was like, click, want it. And then you wait for it to load in your cart and then click. Okay. Now next thing. Okay. No, I want one of those. Click, wait for it to load in the cart. Click. Okay. Into my checkout. Okay. I want to go there. Checkout. 500 hours later. PayPal. 500 hours later. Loads. You're like, is it going to let me click the button? I have no idea. Their whole site just got destroyed in the first few minutes. It was amazing. But yeah, I feel bad for them. They should post the statistics because I think that would help people in their brain kind of rationalize how many people are trying to buy stuff at the exact same moment while their whole system's like, how many of these things do we have inventory? Are they back orders? Are they not back orders? Oh my God. What about that thing? That one sold out. Okay, that goes over there. Oh no, this one's back ordered. Oh no. Like thousands of people. Thousands. I don't even know how many thousands. Tens of thousands, possibly. There's 30,000 people that went to BreyerFest in 2023. This broke records this year, so there was more than 30 some odd thousand people. And then who knows how many online. So perspective. Everybody needs to breathe. It's a lot of orders. Maybe it's the warehouse kicking the crap out of the boxes because they're just mad that they have to do 5,000 things in 2 days. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to post this because it's hilarious. One of us. Katie says, I'm painting the ceiling of our house and the paint is going to my head. Well, the fumes will do something to you. Trust me, I'm aware of this. So Laura Smith, trust me, coming from the old ages of showing, I still love me my old molds that others scoff at. I think everybody has the gronky ones. They're awesome because they're gronky. And you're like, you're the most cute. Like, look at the fighter. Look at him. He is just chunky and he is loved. Or why Silver does so well, or the Moody models in general, why people like them so much. There's there's an extra layer of soul and stuff in her work. Julia says San Domingo is probably my favorite. New York, probably my most favoriteest mold. See, we all like different things. It's fine. It makes it easier for everybody else if people like different stuff. So they don't need to judge you for your weird models, and you don't need to judge them for their weird models. And each artist will sculpt a little bit differently, so it's all different too. And she says, please don't drop the mic unless you're paying for a new one. Sound tech begging for the drops to stop. I could do. I don't know if that translates. Oh, kind of. But yeah, it's a blue Yeti one. I don't want to break it. Julie says, that's right, and whoop whoop. Love the old mold Tennessee walking horse, says Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer Shelby. It's adorable how squeaky you get when you get excited about talking about models. I think that's one of my best points, is my adorable personality, but that's just me. I get crazy, and then I get all embarrassed that I get crazy, and I'm just learning that it's part of me and it's okay. And some people enjoy it. So, ta-da! You should have seen me at BreyerFest. I was running around like squealing over everything. That's just how it works. Katie says, I think I'm just insane at this point. Painting in your stream keeps my insanity at bay. I am absorbing it, I think, and projecting it. It's fine. Sneaky peek of the new Medallion Club. I cannot offer a sneaky peek of the new Medallion Club just yet. It is too early in the month to offer the sneaky peeks. But it's cute. I like it. Ta-da! But you'll get to see the anniversary one, so that'll put like everybody a little bit at ease. So it'll go from July, August, which is this box, all the way to June next year. So anybody that signed up between why can't my brain do this? If this is your anniversary box now, if it's your anniversary box till next June, these are the anniversary medallions you're going to get. And then there'll be a new one for anybody who signs up for this coming month on. So September on will be a new anniversary. Yeah, that's the thing. Ta-da! Amy says, that's how I do art too. I feel things. One of the reasons why I like drawing to music. Yeah, and it can really, when you're listening to music, it really has an effect on the feeling that goes into something. It's really cool. I like that part too. Here, I'll put that up. Because I feel like the music because I feel the music and it translates a lot into my work. I do the same thing. If there's like a vibe I'm going for, I try and gear my music in to help with that vibe. It's very cool. We're feely buddies, which sounds really bad. We're going to come up with a different word for that and move on. Andrew Miller. Hi, my name is Andrew Miller and I'm here now. Hi, Andrew Miller. You are here now. Welcome to the Plastic Pony Crazy Chat. Katie says, happy booty. Teresa's talking about my secrets. I'm sorry. I can't help but tease. I can't release all of the things. I am caged by certain expectations and requirements, like not spoiling all of the surprises because some people want to wait. So I try and I don't want to give you a peek now and then have no peeks for like a month, and then that makes people mad too. I don't know. Katie says, I'm still waiting on Zeus. They're coming. I think they sold many. So they sold the first 3,000 within the first few minutes, if that gives you any perspective. So there's probably many thousands that are back ordered. So that's going to be a thing. Ashley's saying, tested her glowy thing in pitch black because I didn't turn on the light, and just suddenly floating glowy, vaguely horse-shaped object in the room. It'd be funny if this Breyer punked us and made all of their eyes just glow. And then you turn off your lights and you just see all eyes. Might end some people's collecting careers. Be funny though. Julie says ordering online for BreyerFest is like getting trigger happy. I almost ordered a second Blue Zeus, but I didn't. I was like, I will be good. I just need one. So it's hard. Brown Sunshine is my favorite vintage mold, says Katie. How could you not love those ears? We need more mules. And the Owl in a Day, or Owl in a Day's work, and Buckeye were the cutest mules ever. And the owners were so excited to get to represent mules and have them there and just be awesome. And mules are fantastic. Addie saying, how long does it take you to create a medallion? The fastest I've done it is one whole 8-hour day of work. And the longest it's taken me, there's some that have taken months because it's work on it and then rip it apart and work on it and rip it apart. There's no definitive timeline. It depends on how the art cooperates, how stubborn I am, how much I fight where it wants to go, and where I decide to give up. Or if I decide there's some that they have taken an infinitely long period of time because they just sit in limbo for forever because I need to reprocess. And then I end up having to resculpt them. So that's the thing. Cindy says my anniversary is in October. So you will get the new one in October. Da, 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 da. I will show peaks. Darn it. Julia says, I'm confused. I've gotten 2 Medallion Club boxes, so I get the anniversary medallion next year. Yeah. Anniversary box is your 12th consecutive month in the club box. So once you've cycled a full year without any breaks or missing months kind of idea, then you get your anniversary box. So the last box in that year, it automatically renews. So there's no real line that it tells you about. You just, if you look up when you signed up, then your anniversary box will be the box before the box you signed up in. So if you signed up in June, then your anniversary, or July, your anniversary box would be that May-June box. So just before, because that makes 12 months. Maths. Pony maths. Pony club maths. Shelly, can you please PM me so I can ask you a few questions? It's best to send an email to Crystal Studios, or that would be the best way to do it, but I can try and send you a private message. Cindy, mine's back ordered. Okay, waiting. Just need a glossy Mojave. Very nice. Brenda, good morning, Brenda. I know it feels like somebody's watching me. Yeah, now you're getting creepy, Katie. Thank you. Let's see. My husband would make me move the entire collection if all their eyes glowed. Yeah, I have some in the living room, and it would be like, no, we can't do that if their eyes glow. Do. I'm assuming, Laura, you're talking about the mules. They were awesome together and so different. And Amy's saying, oh my God, Buckeye's owners were amazing. They are. I wanted to have a conversation with them, but every time I came by, they were doing a demo or something. It just didn't line up for this time, but that's fine. Because I, too, love long ears and mules. One of my first big drastic custom commissions was someone that pushed me to do a mule, and I already liked long ears at that point, so I did a whole bunch of research, and it just made me love them more. It was a palouse into a let's see if I can find it. A palouse into a mule. Bam. I can show you this one. Dun, da, da, da. So that's a palouse that I made into a mule. It had 3 bell tail. I redid the hooves. I tried to redo a bit of the rump. Could have been a little bit smaller for a mule, but some of them have it. You kind of got to work with what you got. Neck's a little bit more straight. They have less of a curve to it. Obviously redid the face. Nice brush cut for the hair and big long ears. Let's see if I can make it bigger. That's about as big as I can make it. But Artie was lovely. And this, the owner of this particular model that she was the one that commissioned me. She never sold it. It stayed with her. And she passed away a few years back, unfortunately, of cancer. So we miss you, Dixie. I'm getting all emotional. So yeah, big part of my drastic customizing journey was that. I have tons and tons of customs. If you have been around on Instagram, I shared a couple recently that Mary Berry had posted that are in her collection. Let's see if I can pull it up here. So this is a weather girl that I did. It did originally start as a weather girl, and it's customized by myself. New neck, new additions to the face, obviously moved legs because that's not what a weather girl looks like. Tail, mane. And then there was a second set of photos. I think if you click in, you can cycle through, the photos within. This was a commission a long time ago when I was still taking commissions, and it is painted by Carol Williams. Then there was this one painted by Shane Langbauer. It is not a Peterstone Arab. This was the Breyer Marawari. And I redid all of it. It was very drastic. And somebody called it in the comments because it didn't specify who had done the sculpting on it and the customization. And somebody saw the mane and was like, that's Raven's hair. Then there's a Bobby Joe that is turning the opposite direction. Oops, I keep clicking the wrong clicky button. Also painted by Carol Williams. This is probably one of my favorite customs that I've done for drastics. And it's in a spin going the other way. Lots of wild and crazy hair. Julie, I don't think Shane's actually doing any painting or anything in the hobby. She still participates, but she just got married and there's been a whole bunch of stuff, but hasn't been doing any of the artistic part. Very, very wild and crazy. You can see this on Carol Williams' page too, but definitely one of my favorites that I've done. I quite like it. Not just another Joe. Cindy, I wish you'd do commissions. Yes, I know. A lot of people do. I don't work well with commissions. Annie can probably attest to that. I still have a couple of horses for her that are quite old and need to be done. It's very challenging for me to work within, like to get the best juices flowing, work best when I can kind of do my own thing. And even if somebody says, do whatever you want, there's still a tie on that end that messes with the flow of it in a lot of cases. And it just causes unneeded stress on both sides. But I will be offering some horses that will be drastic customs in the hopefully near future I've got stuff that I've been working on kind of over the years that I'm going to finish up that I'll offer for auction and things. So will be able to soon get a hold of more recent Raven customs that are crazy drastics and awesomes, including I had some fire hearts that I'd cut up into pieces, which would be kind of cool. It's like trippy. It's like some sort of meta Inception thing where it's like I did the Breyer and then I did the customizing, and that's weird. Breaks my brain in a crazy frame. I know, Cindy. Everybody's so willing to give me all the time in the world and whatever I want, but it just doesn't. There's something there that just doesn't work, and I know it's not the best thing for everyone. Maybe it'll change in the future. Maybe I'll open things up for one or two here and there. But at least until I finish the ones that I have on my plate, I cannot take any more. Julia saying my main collection's in our bedroom. Be all the eyeballs watching you. It's creepy. At least it's not dolls. Dolls are worse. Horses, less creepy. But yeah. Let's see. Going to make every single custom I do now have their eyes glow in the dark just to creepily stare at their owners. It'd be funny until it's not. But you could always put like UV blocker over top and then their eyes wouldn't be able to glow. So there's that. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot. Like if you look back, under Raven Brewer is where I did most of my customs and things, but there's tons of them out there. I did a lot of commissions that were unpainted that have been painted by Nikki Button and other people in the hobby, because they commissioned me for just doing the custom work. And yeah, there was a lot that I did over the years. Amy says commissions are difficult because there's still so much anxiety and pressure to get things right and to please the other person. I stopped taking it a long time ago because of that. Yeah, similar stuff for me. There's always that expectation on the other end. You're worried about if they're going to like it, all that good stuff. And it can really affect, or you're in like the groove and everything's going awesome and you're like, this is the best thing ever. And you send the pictures to the person and they're like, well, I don't like this, or can you change the color? Or can you do this? And then it's like running and you're like, this is awesome. And then there's a stick and you trip over the stick and you go. It's hard. And then it's hard to get up and keep running after that. Teresa says it's like quilting. You take fabric, cut it all up, and then sew it back together. Art is weird. I agree. I'd rather have horses staring at me than dolls. Yeah. Britta says I found a few pieces. Found with the few pieces I've done, I find it better to let the artist do their thing, as it always comes out better. And I know it's hard because people have visions of what they want in their head, and then it's a very specific thing. Like I commissioned an artist to do a drastic at one point before I was doing them myself. And I had a very specific vision. And it's very hard to get that to jive. It's like the commercial end of work. So working for Breyer or Stone, all these companies, they have an image in their head of exactly what they want. And if you can't conform to that, it is very challenging to work for them. They don't treat it like art. They treat it like, well, maybe it's different for Stone now, but they treat it like it's another piece. It's another toy. It's another SKU mold number. It's not this big to-do that we like as artists. So it can be very challenging to work within those parameters. For whatever reason, the direction that Breyer gives and how they operate seems to work okay with my brain. It's still challenging at times though, because it's like, oh, I really like this part. And they're like, no, do it different. I'm like, no, I don't want to change it. There's been stuff I've changed that I didn't want to change. And there's been stuff that they've suggested that were change, or that I should change, that I was like, no, this is what you're getting. And they were kind of like, well, all right then, guess this is what we're getting. And it's worked out. So I don't know. It just works a little bit different. But anyway, that's about as commissiony as I get these days, is Breyer stuff. It's like running for a raffle model, jumping over a puddle, losing your momentum. Not that I know what that's like or anything. You got to keep going. Just keep running. Get that raffle model. You got it. It was awesome. Yeah, so that's totally a thing. I'm going to post photos or some sort of peek of the anniversary medallion before I do the full reveal, because I have, like I've mentioned many times, a plan for the full reveal. It's going to be all dramatic and very extra like I am, but it'll be fun. I think it's going to be worth it, but I'll show you a little peek because it's been mean that I haven't shown you any peeks at all. So yeah, that's the thing. I wanted to show you one more thing before I take off for the day, or technically kind of two more things. I got a new pen. This is a TWSBI TWSBI Diamond in Prussian blue. It is blue and pretty, and I quite enjoy it. No, the thing's like, no, I see your face. But even better than that, so I have one of these already, just in clear. So it is a less clear version. Because it's blue, it was pretty. Yeah. We collect things because we just like things, right? But I got the most amazing ink ever. I also found out that, and this is just in the full bottles, I might have a color that I really enjoy, at least at this current moment, because these are full bottles of ink that I have, and they're all pretty much the same color, but with slightly different properties. So this has kind of a red burgundy tint to it. This is Colorverse Blue Dragon. That was my favorite ink until this new one came in the glistening silver variation. So it's got silver sparkle in it and a bit of a red tone sheen to it. And these cards are awesome. So it has a gloss resist. So you put the ink over top of it and it resists. So this one has kind of golds, a little bit of those red tones. So very, very similar to the other ink. It resists where the Cheshire Cat face is, which makes me happy inside. And then this is Wayfarer, which I thought I was going to like more. You can see some of the cool color tones over here where there's purple sheeniness, but you kind of have to get it on really thick to see that. Otherwise, they all look the same. And this is Sailor Shikori Yamadori. And a very muted version of basically those other ones. And then, drumroll, there's this. This is Odysseus by Van Diemen ink. And Van Diemen ink, I am starting to learn. It's harder to get a hold of. Not everywhere sells it. But Odysseus is like, oh, come on, do it justice. Sparkle freaking tastic. So it has the purples in it. It's got some silvers in it. It's got a little bit of those red tones, but look at how sparkly it is. It's just the sheer sparkliness of that makes me happy. And the nice thing about the cards versus just swatching like I have been on paper or in a book. Here was my original swatch. And different paper will give you different effects. Like you can see for nitrogen here that it's got a sheen to it. It lights up that red purple. Some of them do. There's another one down here. Unicorn does. Thoreau does. And then up here, Read with Curiosity does. Happy Holidays does a little bit. The nice thing about the cards is you can put them in a binder, and then as you run out of things, you can put them in different areas or because people are using the business card holders in a binder and just reorganizing things, which is kind of nice. I know. Look at all the sparkles. And it goes kind of green going that direction, and it goes purple going that direction. Like it is. The only thing that would make it better is if there was more purple to it. Like if it did something like that. Oops. Where you can see that sheen of the purple red. If that showed up a little bit more, but it might be too much. It might just you not be able to focus on it. Your eyes would be so crazy. Octopus Fluids Unicorn. And then some of them are shading, which means that you get these variations in colors. So when you're writing with it, the line or the different lines that you're making, it'll pool where you kind of finish. So it gives you kind of a variation of color tone within your writing. Green with Curiosity is another really cool one. I don't know. The camera out there. So it's got some of the blue shimmer to it and some of that sheen while being mostly green. I want Odysseus on a mini fire. I need to figure out how to put these on a model. This is Ferris Wheel Press, Song of Scarlet. Pretty much everything I have has sheening or shimmering to it because it's me. As I say that, Coral does not. It's just flat. Has some shading, but it's okay. This one's from Temu. It's actually pretty impressive for a Temu ink. I think that was like super cheap. Watermelon Tender Purple is another one that's a shader but doesn't have any sheen or shimmer. You can add Perlex to inks and make them sheen and shimmer. This one's a scented ink and it's supposed to smell. It's Diatramentus Unicorn. It's supposed to smell like unicorn. I don't think it does, but I don't know what unicorns smell like. Graphite is another really cool one. And these all have different effects too when you either use bleach or water and use them like watercolor. Lots of people do art in fountain pen inks. Plated Gold Tress actually has more sparkle to it than it's showing here. Come on. It's like, no. Under no there we go. It is way more sparkly than what this shows on the screen. This is the one that Noodler's Apache Sunset that I'd mixed glitter in with to make kind of my own Crystal Studios branded ink. And then this one's J. Urban Coraline d'Egypte. So it's got a little bit of sheen to it. darker than the noodlers. And then I have a whole bunch of little samples. So like Purple Pizzazz, for those of you that like purple, is a gold shimmer on a dark purple, which is really quite nice. Wearing Gold Frankenstein's another really nice one for those of you that like purple, because it's got a blue shimmer with a purple color to it. There are all sorts of colors. And then you get some really intense, like Quasar, where it has a sheen to it. It is nutty. But most of my, like even my, oh, there's another one. So that's Organic Studios Nitrogen, which is known for its sheen. And that's that like metallic shift. Because it looks like that. And then it looks like that. The ink thing just fascinates me. It's just, my brain is like colors, different effects. This is awesome. But you can get them in pretty much like all different colors. And then I can organize them in my little thingy. And I put a little S on it. So it's a sample. But same thing goes for these colors. I ended up with a whole bunch kind of in the same... here's like lots of them in the same range. In kind of the same color range as the ones that I like the best. So that's a thing that I did. But yeah, Blue Dragon was my favorite, and now it is the Incredible. I'll show you the difference. So Blue Dragon's at the bottom. It is good, but when you see it, like look at that green to purple. Whereas the other one just has the silver sheen to it. It does have some more of the sheening, but if you pool this one, it works out really good. I want to make some art things with it and like draw things and then activate it with water and play with bleach because I think that'll be fun. Amy's saying spray the horse with a super matte base like Tester's Dull Coat. You should be able to go over it. I do have a watercolor ground too. It's like a primer with a lot of tooth that could hold it. It would be really, really neat. If you're asking how Odysseus writes, I currently have Odysseus in my new Sparkle pen with a fine tip. So it's not even a big tip, and it writes lovely. I really like it. If you want the super crazy effects, you need Rhodia paper or Tomoe paper shows it off best, Tomoe River. And you need something that writes really wet. Like my little vintage thing, this thing is insane for how wet it writes. I almost don't like to write with it. It's so wet. I can't show you what's written on the paper because it's my to-do list. So I can't show you how it shows up. Maybe I'll just, here, I'll do this. La la la. I'll show you. It is... I can't spell Odysseus because my brain doesn't work. Woohoo! Odysseus. Harp. The Banu pen also writes really nice. And then this is the... oh. It railroaded a bit. So you can't see my to-do list, but you can see this. So this is on Rhodia paper. So you do, even with a fine nib, which doesn't normally come across, you get a lot of really cool colors. And then this is my vintage gold nib. It goes as thin as that little line, and then I tried to get it to go really thick, and it railroaded, which means it split, and the ink didn't go all the way and fill and transfer onto the paper. That's why there's two lines at the end, and it didn't work, but the bottom one did. So it's got quite a bit of flex, but it's so wet, it's really hard to write with. And I don't know if that's just because it's really old, or I need better technique, or I need different ink that maybe doesn't flow quite as wet, because it's definitely wet. But yeah, that's the thing. So slide aside, that's been kind of my hyperfixation, has been trying to... I got those inks in and I lost my ever-loving noodle, and then I might have two more pens coming because I got to try all of them and see which ones I like. So that's on the way. I will show you those when they arrive. But I don't have any more models at this point that are coming in. My BreyerFest haul was kind of modest. I did have some chinas that I did not show you last time. Let's see if I can find them. Oh, there. They were in a box and I forgot to show you. So it's a Poor Horse Hadrian, sculpted by Sarah Rose. And this one was too good of a deal. I love these guys. And Sarah Rose is awesome. I have actually had a resin version of him. And then Nomad I really like too. Nomad's just cute. And I believe this is Adelie Velasquez that sculpted him, maybe? I can't remember. Just their OF red colors. They're not custom glazed or anything. But I was trying not to bring home a whole bunch of Clinkies because they're very cute, but they're also very breakable. And then with everything they're doing with the roads being closed, they're also digging everything up and vibrating the foundation of the house. So that's why all the hucks and things are laying down behind me, because everything was vibrating basically off the shelves. So no bueno. We don't need broken ponies, especially not broken China ponies. So I've had to move things around a little bit. And they clinkies. So yeah, that's the thing. Let's see. Laura Rocksmith, have you seen dip pens? I have many. Kind of your best art nib is historically the blue pumpkin, which is a Browse nib because it has lots of flex to it, so you can get a lot of line variation. It's still like I see your eyeballs. There's a human there. I must focus on the human. And then glass nibs, which are kind of fun. So dip pens are fun. Fountain pens are nice because if you're going to write a whole bunch, like just me doing my to-do list, I can uncap my pen and it's all sparkly and it makes me happy. Just finding happiness in the little moments. So yeah, that is a thing. Julia says I want to paint my nightmare in these inks. Yes, it would be so fun. There's so many cool effects and I just really enjoy it. Noticing these inks are the studio colors. Yeah, I got a blue thing. And actually I really like the orange was picked specifically because it's a fiery, energetic color, very like key, chi. I wanted it all tied into fire and energy. And it's kind of ironic that Fireheart is Fireheart, and I didn't pick his name. They picked his name. But yeah, it's a thing. I have got like a thing. So yeah, studio colors. We found a glass one. Yeah, they're really fun. They're nice for like doing little things or art. I really like the blue pumpkin for playing with stuff. It's just the fountain pen one's easier and I'm lazy. So there's that. So I guess on that note, I will let you guys go for the week. I will post a peek to the studio page somewhere. I did not get enough of the taters ready to do the big batch that I wanted to do. So I'm going to delay that by a little bit so that I have more that are ready to ship if you're looking for a tater. And then I'm not going to show you any peeks this week of what's coming for September. We are molding things currently and working on getting stuff cast up. There are small batches accrued of some of the things. I did hear specifically a few people complain that everything was going to kind of be at once. So there might be a potential that I split things up a little bit, even if it's going to be in batches. It's so hard to try and figure out the right way to do things. But starting in September, there will be things from Chrysalis Studios is kind of more how I should be doing it. Because I'm not going to do a big thing like PonyFest quite the same. It's going to be a little bit smaller, but there will be new offerings, new sculptures, things that are coming with other options. I'm not saying too much. I'm saying too much. Okay. On that note, I gotta go before I spill the beans. All right. I will see you guys next time, next Sunday. I love you all. Do not feed the trolls. Be all the goodness that you want to see in the hobby, because if you feed the good parts and pay attention to the good parts and don't give your loving attention to the bad parts, then the good parts get bigger and the bad parts get smaller, or at least your brain will focus on the good parts more. All right. Love you guys. I will see you very soon, and I will post a peek very soon. Love you. Bye-bye. Wait, eat cake? Eat some cake! I will do it. I will eat cake. We will all eat cake on the 11th with Amy. Because, yes. All right. Happy birthday next week, Amy. All right. See you guys. You're distracting me with the cake. I see.